I've tried to warn you with logic in part, basic science and truth says we are breaking apart. Our balance has toppled one state of the art. Now we spread like a virus, and very soon we all will depart. Unbury your heart, baby, just unbury your heart. Hurry, dear, and unbury your heart. I can feel this in my heart. Factors irrefutable, painfully show we've gone off the charts. All simply computable. So how are you? Still in the dark? Unbury your heart, baby, just unbury.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Agasically Statements from the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, as well as the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube. Hey, what's up? My man, Token, thanks so much for swinging through. Welcome back to another episode of the Replication Anecdotes. This is episode number 429 here for Monday, the 15th of July in the year of our gaming 2019. We're going to be getting things slightly sweaty tonight with a little bit of Trials Rising. Roll into this after having put in some time on F1 2019. Still playing on the Xbox One. So I've got a couple audio pre-flight checks to do, just to verify that we've got good voiceover commentary coming out in the live stream, and I may futz around and check the audio mix balance here a couple times, but other than that, shouldn't have too much herky-jerky to go through in terms of pre-flight, because I'm pretty much using the same setup that I recorded with yesterday and the last few live streams, and I've left everything in place, so shouldn't be too much change. Let me just get through those initial pre-flight checks, and then we'll be getting started here. Ricky Tick. Alright, so I think things are good to go. I may not even bother checking the audio mix balance. So, Token, how you doing tonight, man? Looks like you were able to get off work at a reasonable time. I don't know what this is about my Xbox, like, not recognizing the internet connection like the first time I bump it with something that requires internet access. Kind of stupid. I didn't even work today. Oh! That's a solid. Very cool. So, were you able to get some gaming done today, man? I know I saw you on Overwatch earlier. Oh, hold on. Looks like I got a loot crate. Hold on. I need to get to that sucker. Why can I not? What the flip? I think that's because it had to sync with the Ubisoft server. What do we got? A bunch of stickers. Oh, we actually got 100 trial coins. So, Quan. I'm good though, man. Relaxed majority of the day. Did some required maintenance to my sidearm, and I played Overwatch for a bit. The rage quit off to go to Counter-Strike. Oh, brother. Yeah, I was thinking tonight how I need to, like, do something in my life to let go of all my anger. Because anger has just been a way that I've, like, kind of pushed through life. But, like, I'm getting to this point now where, like, I don't want to have to lean on that, right, as my go-to, like, every single time. Because eventually, at the end of the day, the only person that's hurts is me. So I feel you about the rage quitting, man. But I'm hoping we can find a place where we can find the goodness in games, you know what I'm saying? So I was in the garage. I need to... did I even... Oh, that's right. I didn't do rider customization because I was... because I wanted to open that loot crate first. Alright, here we go. What I really need to do tomorrow is I need to turn this music off so it doesn't pop any copyright claims when I push this over to YouTube. What's this thing? Skill games. So those are not open yet, right? Because I'm at level 26, so I'm waiting until level 23 or 33 to unlock the next one. FM Gaming says, one dude on the team mouth off and said something smart and just killed my mood to keep playing. Yeah. Were you playing with randos tonight? Or were you actually playing with people that you know? Alright, so these are all the events I've not medaled in yet. Let's go ahead here. And my objective tonight, as usual, is just I just want a bronze these events the first time through. Just another cloud. No requirements. I do have to finish under 130 seconds, though. Get the rhino. Free Willy and I were playing with a few other randos. Okay, I got you. Yeah, man, you're a braver dude than I am. Because, like I said, I cannot... Really just can't take... Ah! Holy cow! No! No! Alright, let's start that over. The other thing I'm trying to get nailed down tonight is, I've been playing with my Xbox controllers with my, third-party batteries. And after... Probably... Yeah, this game is pretty crazy. It took me a while because I've never played any of the games in the Trial series before this one. I think I played the demo of Trials Rising and didn't take to it, so I didn't actually buy the game. So when I got this one, I was like, is this going to be the one where I can onboard and get into this? Oh, why is he... It's like he's got so much, Stop. This is one thing I hate is he constantly does this bucking thing, and I'm like, dude, don't... Like, if I'm not... I don't understand where that bucking is coming from. That doesn't seem to be coming from my joystick input. Oh no, I didn't rotate far enough. No. Okay. I gotta do it again. Get front. Over-rotated. Yeah, but this game definitely, it has enough randomness in it that it can really get really funny. A lot of times it can also be really frustrating. So when I first started playing it, I mistook that I thought that the whole point of the thing was to do, like lots of motocross games, is to do tricks. That's actually not the point of the game. The main point of the game, at least in these early stages, is just to make the fastest run that you can. So right now I'm just making a run for speed. I'm really not trying to do tricks. To get past some of the obstacles, you do have to do tricks. Now, another thing that I'm big about is I really like all my... No! I really like most of my runs to be perfect runs with no faults. And that's the way I was originally playing. It would take me hours to get through a track. And now what I'm doing is I'm just getting through, trying to get through all the tracks. Flippin' A. Some of this stuff is just outright crazy. I'm just trying to get through all the tracks, and yes, on some things I will try and make the run perfect, like I did here. But now that I'm like more than halfway through the course, I'm just trying to get through, and I'll just do a reset. I don't think I've achieved my goal here, because I was supposed to finish in 1 minute and 30 seconds, so now kind of going into the second tier of events, I am starting to hit some where I do have to go back and replay them. You know, I can't just bronze it out like I am trying to do here. Yeah, but it gets, if my team lead says we're off tomorrow, I'm streaming something. Damn, good to go, man. Yeah, definitely. This is the earliest I've ever gotten on at night, so it's pretty insane. And even then, I'd said that I was gonna go live at 7 tonight, and it was an hour and a half later. Although I will say, usually what my delay is, it just takes me that much time in pre-production, like getting all the equipment lit off and getting any pre-flight checks done and drafting like my social media announces and stuff like that. That was not what took me so long tonight. I was just, I'd been really angry about something before the live stream, and I was just like not feeling it. And so I hung out in some other people's streams, talked to you and some other stuff. Yeah, man, I am on Eastern time. You and I are in the same time zone. Alright, let's hit this next track. Let me go ahead and pop some of this Rockstar too. So, estimated flight time tonight for the live stream is going to be about 3 hours is my plan, unless I just fade out energy-wise. That's going to run me a bit longer than I'd wanted to. I really wanted to be off by 11 o'clock tonight so I could have about an hour afterwards to do some other things, but I mainly want to get through what I think of in terms of my playlist rotation. I mainly want to get through 2 segments of this game, so that I only have one more, and then I can figure out after I get off stream tonight what's going to be next in the rotation. This course is insane! No! Nope, that was dumb. I don't know why I did that. And I'm derping it up again. This thing needs to get some height. Now, there was another course like this where... flipping. Nope. This is really weird. Okay. Nope, hold it down. What is that? What the flock? How am I supposed to get over that? It's crazy. Oh man, I talked to my friend Ice Rage yesterday about the Stream Team Charter and FMG Stream Team as well. Very cool. Oh, I didn't realize the clock was still running. I'm probably going to have to do this over. Yeah, one of the... Oh, no, I derped that. I derped it. No. Oh, no. What? Yeah. I thought that I had to get on top. Oh, it falls away. Okay. All right. Yeah. The big problem with the... So, one of the reasons why I've come to like this game, even though I thought that this wasn't going to be my kind of game, is that... oh, there's the finish line. Very cool. Contract fail. is because at the end of the day, what it is, it's really just a. So Ice Rage is down with the stream team. Very cool, man. That's very cool. I appreciate that. So we are 4 members then. Did Free Willy say that he was down? So my contract failed, but I still meddled that, right? Okay, so Free Willy. So we are a band of 4 brothers then, right? And we're just waiting for Free Willy to get moved before he can start live streaming. And what about Ice Rage? Does he stream? No more than 6 faults. Free Willy is down, Ice Rage is down, I'm down, you're down, and I don't know about FM Slayer. He streams every so often. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I mean, even for the stream team, like, I don't necessarily even feel that, like, everybody on the team necessarily even needs to stream. Like, if 2 of us stream, or 3, or whatever, and the other 2, you know, are just on comms when we're playing something multiplayer, I mean, that qualifies for the stream team as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I have, you know, my co-host on the podcast, Flock and Fripp.
Looks like there's a problem.
Now, calm down, Google.
Alright, for how long?
Stop.
No problem, nothing's been said.
This is crazy! Nope, don't bucket, don't bucket. Here we go. What is... What?! Oh, you gotta be kidding me! No. Come on. That's gonna cost me a fault. And 2 faults. But it was still enough to clear a check gate, so is he gonna make that? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I wound up settling into actually liking this game, because it's really just like a big physics engine. I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, a lot of these things you gotta, when they do this, you gotta kinda... Oh no! That's not what I had planned! Maybe playing this over again. That's insane! And he derps it. Alright. Crazy! Insane in the membrane. Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I don't even know why. It's not like I said the wake word to the thing either. Yeah, I took it like a champ right in the face. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get through as many of the tracks as I can with a bronze and level up a little in between. And then I'll go back and try and silver and gold some of those events. Oh, Geo Crate. Better not just be a bunch of stickers. I hate it when it does that. Okay. Button down. Dude. Looks like he's pooping. So... I got some other piece of gear, too. Oh, whoa. Let's not do that. The garage. Oh, okay, so you got a new pose. Yeah, the game is the most stingy about poses. So it's pretty significant here, I guess. Where is the thinker? Right there? Okay. Gotcha. Goku pose. What band is that playing in the background? I don't even know. So I can't get into any of the menus. Hold on, let me store player data. I don't know how to get to my settings. Wait. Trying to see where the music settings are. Player data. Track editor. I do not know. FM gaming. I don't see where I can get into the music menu at all. Oh, wait. Options. Audio. Yeah, music. Yeah, sometimes some games will have, like, the playlist for whatever music is playing in here, but I don't see that in here. Sorry, dude. Oh, you know what I can do? Hold on. See if I can get to it before the thing turns off. Music, Soundhound. Of course, I'm playing on a headset. Hold on. Got it. So it is, it was the Gold Song by the Bouncing Souls. If I am not mistaken. And thanks so much for the shout out on Twitter, dude. I really appreciate that. That is huge! What is that? The game audio? Oh, good. What is that? The game audio? I thought you were playing that on your playlist. Oh, no. This is just the straight up in-game audio. So I use MooBot, and I haven't configured it for song requests yet. And usually, what I do, actually, I prefer to using a bot is, so I'm using the Go XLR mixer right now, which has just tons of I/O for audio. And usually what I would do when using this, or even when I'm using my Behringer Zenith 302 USB mixer, is I would so I use like an old Android phone as my MP3 player. A friend of you on Facebook. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate that. Glad you were able to find me there. Through the, I guess you found it through the links that I have down below the live stream. But I'll usually take my Android MP3 player and run a 3.5mm male cable to 3.5mm male and plug it into the mixer. And then I'll put the Android device on like YouTube, and I'll find some copyright-free like gaming music, and I'll play that in here. I have not done that with this particular mixer yet, because this is only about the third stream that I've used it. But that's what I was saying. I probably need to do that tomorrow, because yeah, that's how I found you. Okay, cool. Thanks so much, man. But I was saying I need to do that tomorrow, just because I've kind of got it figured out now, so I should be able to start adding some stuff to it. So I need to take the jacket off, because you cannot see. How do I select back? Okay, unequip. My fancy dancy new shirts. Alright. Nope. Customize the bike. Alright, here we go. Back to the races. Yeah, so this is just the in-game soundtrack. The problem is I'm sure some of this music is copyrighted, so every once in a while, it depends. It doesn't happen every single time, but sometimes when I send this over to YouTube, it'll get a copyright claim against it. Now, sometimes it's just a claim and they don't actually do anything. But sometimes, when it's more aggressive, they will try and have all the audio muted or something like that. I've never gotten... Or they'll say that like it can't be played in certain countries. Well, flock. Oh, beat bronze, baby. That's my goal for this time. Well, how the heck am I supposed to... Tough. No. I got it. Got the first one, but I couldn't make the second jump. Nope. Nope. A lot of trial and error. I was commenting the other day, I was like, you know, we talk about, like, flipping A, like Destiny 2 and the Division 2 and other games being, like, super grindy games. Like, those games are not grindy compared to this. This is nothing but grind right here. This is just trial and error, like, over and over and over again. Hence the name Trials, probably. Flipping A, like, I just cannot... Try it. See what happens when I backflip this monkey tucker. Nope. Ugh. You gotta get that front tire up. Right in the face! Derped it. And then it just over-rotates. Alright, come on. Man, it's such a sweet spot that I gotta... Not getting it. Over-rotate. Ah, man. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I had enough for trying that. Now there's a training mission where you learn to do all this stuff. I probably left too early. And it was like a complete ball buster. I was on that thing for like an hour. Trying to learn how to like climb vertically up walls and stuff. Ugh. It's just too much. It's too much like elevation changes and verticals here. Yeah, I'm a long way from being able to do this stuff for a real medal. That was dope right there. Boop. So what do you got going on tonight, FM Gaming? You just gonna be hanging out, chilling? Maybe watch some TV? Do you watch anything on like Netflix or anything, dude? Holy crap, I got a silver. Oh, look at that! A little victory pose. Oh, almost to level 27. So, FM Gaming says I just started watching Altered Carbon again on Netflix. Okay, right. I've been watching Death Note anime. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I was saying earlier today, I have not really, I kind of fell away from TV shows just because I couldn't game as much. I really needed to knuckle down and focus on gaming. I was just killing myself trying to keep up with all the things. Silver bullet, okay. So I just got recently done, like, binge watching all of the, MCU movies, which was quite a haul. No. Yeah. Over accelerating going up that hill. It's causing the front tire to pull back. There we go. Had to come off on the speed a little bit. That all being said, so I have enjoyed this iteration of the Trials franchise, but but this is not a game. This is not something I would normally play for like 4 hours or something at a time. Just because it is pretty, I don't want to call it simplistic, but it is pretty straightforward in its gameplay and objective. Which is fine. I mean, I enjoy racing games and racing sims, so simple and basic is not necessarily a bad thing by any means. There's definitely some nights I just like to come in and chill and not have to, like, manage a... God. Not manage some, like, big, huge, super long inventory menu like you have to do in the Division 2. Right, there's the finito. So FM Gaming says, I barely watch TV. When I do, it's usually whatever my fiance is watching. Half the time I'm just watching videos on YouTube. Yep. Yep. Well, I'm definitely, when I make the time for it, I'm definitely a TV watcher, just in terms of, like, I like big, complex, like, series with a lot of interrelated sorts. So I used to watch all that, like, superhero stuff on, like, the CW. But like I said, I just had to kind of let that go for a little bit because it was just too much. Because I really felt like you had to watch, like, all of the... You had to watch, like, all the shows to get all the value out of it. So that's interesting. So I was worried about that. It is feasible for you to get multiple drops of the same items, which is kind of uncool. But it's fine, whatever. So do you play any, like, racing games or, like, games like this, FM Gaming? Like, I don't know, racing games, motorcycle games, extreme sports kind of titles? Yeah, these are like the exact same jacket. I don't understand what the difference is. I thought I'd gotten new bike parts also. Doesn't appear to be the case though. FM Gaming says the only racing games really are Need for Speed and the Crew series. The last installment of Need for Speed was just awesome. I know. So that was the one last year. That wasn't the open world online thing. That was the year before. I can't remember what the last year's installment of Need for Speed was even. Stadium Finals. Siberian Learnings, X-Cross. Need for Speed Payback was last year. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Payback was last year, and I think the year before it was almost like a reboot that was just called Need for Speed, or maybe it was Need for Speed Online or Need for Speed Worlds or something like that. I think the 2017 Need for Speed was just Need for Speed, but it was totally like an online. I want to say online only thing, but yeah, it was the reboot to the Need for Speed series. Yeah. Alright, so we will go ahead and ride the Rhino. Yeah, 42 to get to the next bike. Grind! Like I said, this game is truly the definition of grind. We got like 8 people here. It is 8. Oof. Alright, dude. That was FM Gaming saying he'll be right back. Thanks so much for hanging out. I do appreciate you. Reach position 4. Now, one thing is, ooh, I don't know. Can't remember the format for this thing. I don't know if this is something you can restart and do over again if you don't make 4, or if it just forces you to go on to the next thing in the championship. Which would mean, in order to get through this thing, you would actually have to basically get it all right in one run. Oh, wow. Came in 3rd. So this isn't going to be appropriate, but I've been wanting to test this button all night, so I need to test it. Oh, what was that? I couldn't hear if that actually went off, so I'm going to have to test it later to see if that worked. Silver medal. All right. Dude's doing a slow clap. Okay, before I hit continue, I do want to test this thing out to see if I have this Elgato Stream Deck thing configured correctly. Give me 1 second. Alright, so my fail whale GIF is configured correctly, so I'll be able to use that at some point. Ooh, reach position 2. Have to see how that goes. Okay, we'll drive the squid this time. So one of the things I'm working through right now, I think I started saying it earlier, is I had been using third-party batteries when I started this segment. Actually, back when I started the F1 segment. Flippin' A. So am I catching these fools? Ugh. Great. Unbelievable. Came in second. I'll take that. Why am I not? Oh, because I'm hitting the B button. I'm like, why is it not continuing? Alright. Got a bronze, and we popped a level. Level up! Wait, have I leveled up 2 levels, like, within the last, like, couple races? Seemed like I was heading for 27, or maybe I was already 27 heading for 28. Spandex pants. Alright. On to the next event in Siberia. Oh yeah, I sped through half a level 29 just off that completion. Reach position 1. Now here's where we're probably going to be doing a lot of do-overs. Alright, we'll run the squid again. Oh, it's just one-on-one. Okay. That might actually make things easier. Whew, me and Top K9. But yeah, so when I started the F1 run, which was about 6 gameplay sessions ago, I was using, since then I've been using these third-party batteries, which are probably about 5 years old at this point. And those things are just not holding a charge very well. So I was definitely kind of getting myself in the mindset of, well, what am I going to do about that? Of course, that is caveated by the fact that we really probably only have about a year and a half left of this iteration of Xbox One. Although, you know, we know that supposedly all current Xbox accessories will continue to work on Scarlet/Anaconda. Derp. Ugh. Contract fail. It's an excellent time for the you've been eliminated from the competition. So we will restart it. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, you catch my fail whale gif there, GIF. But so like I said, I had to make some decisions about what I wanted to do about my controller batteries. So I probably have a few other things that I'm going to do, but what I did for right now is I just ordered a new plug-in charge kit, I guess they call it. So that should be here on Wednesday. There we go, there's the win. So I've configured a fail whale GIF and soundboard button. I have not configured a victory one yet. That may require me stepping up to the big boy stream deck, because all my buttons are occupied right now. Speaking of which, FN Gaming, I did not give you your herald for the night, so we will introduce you with your own personal soundboard. I gave you the angry ducks there. So what? I thought I got a gear crate for that. I guess not. Or maybe I opened it already. I don't know. Completely missed that. All right, so that's the rhino, or the squid and the rhino. We'll change out my duds. Oh, I like that. It's fitting. Yeah, I think many of us can be accused of being an angry duck from time to time. League 3-3, level 30. Level up. Trial coins and a sticker. Now the other thing that I forget. Oh, just unlocked a bunch of new events. Asian Masters. Medals and completing tracks. I worry about what they're going to throw at me now. Let's go ahead and I forget where you're going to buy crates. Store? Every once in a while, this UI just really bugs me because it's not. I don't want to. There's a place where you can just go and just buy crates with in-game currency. Track Central Party Mode, Garage. Am I just missing something on this screen? This must be me being tired, because I know... Like, I've bought crates since I started this run. What is it that I'm missing? Shopping cart available? I don't think I have. Oh, I do. I have earned 5 acorns. I do really need to find... Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, buy crates. Purchase successful. Open gear crate. Alright, I don't know why that was so difficult for me to remember. Got some more Quan. And stickers. I could kind of care less about stickers. Alright, let's start all these new events. Looks like there are a ton of them. Alright, so looks like I gold starred that, right? Or maybe that just indicates... No. Yeah, so those are gold stars. Alright. Ruined Run. Defeat Bronze Baby. And one of the things I do have to remember on here is that, once you pass the screen, there's no pausing before the race is live, so I sometimes forget that. And then go in here, and then I'm like, I need to take a break. But the race goes ahead and starts. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting for the new planned charge kit to come in, I did go ahead and charge up my OG Xbox controller batteries, which it seems like have been holding their charge better than those third-party batteries. Derp. Oh, is it making me... Keep catching that edge and over-rotating the bike. Oh, okay. What is this thing? Crazy. I was like, oh! That was not good. Oh, right, there's a little, Oh, that's new. Okay. That's rough. Crazy. Blows up! Damn Chinese battery, yeah. Yeah, at first I felt like, you know, I'm not going to go with third-party batteries again. But then I was like, hold on, dude. Those third-party batteries have lasted for, like I said, probably about 4 years. It's not like they didn't do well. And what's disappointing is that I bought them with a cradle. Ooh, contract failed. I don't even remember what my contract was. Well. Alright, so, yeah, let's restart that one. Oh, so it's just beat bronze, baby. So I just gotta kind of. I'm not seeing his ghost, and I think that's because I'm ahead of him. I think I just gotta settle down and focus on making the best run that I can. Oh, 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 no! Woo! Get it! Now that's a reason why I need the other button I gotta configure on the Stream Deck is my clip button. Which I had configured at one point, but then I got rid of it. I need to put that back. So I could just quickly clip that from the Stream Deck without having to reach over to monkey with the laptop. Here we go. There's the winner, chicken dinner. So what do you think you're going to game on tomorrow, FM Gaming? Is there a little Overwatch? If you're off again? So tonight is going a little better than my first session yesterday. I didn't live stream yesterday's first session. I did a local game capture and played off stream, but I did record it and put that up over on YouTube. That was a little more grindy. Because I think I spent like 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes trying to get past this one section of the game before I just finally gave up on it. And while the session wound up okay, I was definitely kind of felt none too happy about the time that I felt like I wasted trying to get past those sections. Tonight is a good deal more efficient. Well, if I can find others to play Borderlands 2, I'm going to play that. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think the reward screen is coming up out of order. And so it's like I've already opened that loot crate. Then I finished playing Parasite Eve. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now, are you playing Parasite Eve? Is that on PC? Because I seem to remember that as like an old PlayStation game. No more than 12 faults. So I'm a little concerned about a course that they're going to throw at you that is so difficult that they allow you as many as 12 faults to finish it. That could just be a bunch of Frustration City. EMU. Okay, I gotcha. Oh boy, what's down here? I'm gonna catch the lower catwalk here. Super fast speed here. Kept my foot down on the accelerator. Here we go again. Oh, oh. Nails it right off the bat. Alright, so I'm going to step away for about Well, I'm gonna step away for a minute and let my dog out, and then I will be right back. I'm doing good on caffeine for right now, so I'm just gonna go let him out in the backyard for a minute. It will not take me long. Ah, that dude cut a 4, 5, 6. So I gold medaled that, and yet I still came in second. Crucial. What kind of dog do you have? He is an Akita Shepherd mix. So, it's a good guard dog. It's all white. Acts very much like a lab, so he's a good dog. Well behaved, I mean, obedient, but he's also very excitable. And some days I'm just like, dude, just go over in the corner somewhere. like tonight, you can't see it on stream, but I'm wearing these black jogging pants I have. These things are like dog hair magnets, so like he can't get on. Like if he gets on me, the lower leg is just covered in white fur. We've got a black lab and a red heeler. Yeah, man. That's like taking care of friggin' 2 kids right there. Those are some high energy dogs. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, super high energy. Alright, so we're going to find the next track to play. And go ahead and cue that up. Firebase Faceplant. See what the challenge is. Finish in under 1 minute and 40 seconds. Alright, so I'm going to put you guys on the BRB screen. And then, like I said, I'm only going to step away for like 2 minutes and then I'll be right back. So, hang tight. But if you do bounce, I appreciate you stopping through FM Gaming. Seriously, I appreciate you keeping me going for this first hour, and then we'll be back here to put a couple more hours in. All right, brother. If you're gonna be right back, I'll see you when rendezvous back here. So it's kind of like Last Man Standing. I'm pretty sure that I'm faster than him in a straightaway. I want to say I gotta be, right? With all the upgrades. So what this really is a matter of is, can I beat him down this backside straight before we get, and hit my brakes early enough to safely enter turn 1. Oh, I took it too far. So he gave me the outside in move. So Hooligan, are you done for the night, or are you taking a break and then going back to live streaming? So it was my first time, so I could get enough of. Come on. No. To get enough for trying to keep up with chat in the midst of this racing game. Oh, man. And I, for one, the morning keeps coming around and going, is this a straightaway? I need to catch up on chat. Come on, Smokey. Alright, I'm going to hit the pause on this real quick. It was my first time, so I could get 10 rounds before my team wasn't strong enough to keep up. Gotcha. He wasn't strong enough. So better team today overall. I know it seems like I've overheard you guys talking about kind of fluctuating team quality in a lot of those games as you progress more and more so through the progression model. So Hooligan says, my Wednesday streams are shorter than normal weekdays. My new schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 to 10 or 11. Wednesday is only 7 to 9. With weekends, I put in 8 to 12 hours of sleep. Gotcha. Team as the characters you buy as you go round and round. Okay. Well, I think that has me having redeemed myself for all the races in that championship that, where I was only able to place. You know. Oh boy. What is this thing doing? Oh, okay, it's waiting on me. Is that actually the event I'm supposed to do? Alright, let's go ahead and get back to it. So, I let the dog out. I've got a alarm set, so I'll probably have about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to have to go let him back in. Ooh, got enough in-game currency to buy another gear crate. And in total, I'm probably going to run for about the next... What the heck? In total, actually, I want to do a whole restart on that. What the heck? In total, I'm probably going to go for about the next hour. Ah, no. Then I'm going to take a break to make some coffee. So I never realized before there's a... frack. There's a meter up there. Ah, damn it. In the top right-hand corner that tells me how far I am on the track. Which will be helpful. Because I'm always wondering, as I'm making my choices, whether or not to just start over or just reset the bike mid-track. A lot of that often depends on... Well, I would like it to depend on how much of the track I've gotten through. I feel like... What the f... Oh, are you kidding me? Nope. Man, this... I may need to go back and restart this. Nope, okay, got it. of moving parts on this track that are catching me off guard, because when okay, so I've already failed the contract. That's fine, because that'll give me a reason to go back and rerun it. At least I'll get an opportunity to do kind of like a reconnaissance thing here. Okay, so FM Gaming says, so I don't think we're working on it. Very cool, man. That means you can spend the night planning your gaming and streaming for tomorrow. So the contract failed, but I still got a bronze medal out of it. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of time going back and replaying it just yet. Like I said, I can tell now I'm going to put time in, kind of going through all the tracks. I don't even know how many... Don't even really know how many tracks there are. And then one of two things will happen. Either I will go through every single track and then I will loop back and do my improvement runs. Or it's also possible that what will happen is I'll hit points kind of like I did with Yoshi's Crafted World, where you can't progress any further. And there's this... like with Yoshi's Crafted World, you hit a point where you have to go back and loop back and do some of those levels over again before you can progress on to open up the next world. So I might hit that point in this game too. So FMW says, I always have a block with what to stream. Yeah, that's tough, man, and it's hard because I try, like, with you or any of my friends or just anybody who... Streaming is different than a lot of things that I talk to people about. Like, a lot of times at work with people, a lot of times I'll say, well, look, I can't, I'm not going to tell you what you should do. I'm just going to tell you, like, this is what I did when, like, a similar thing happened to me. With streaming, I feel like, though, sometimes, like... Flip, I didn't mean to start that all over. Like, I want to say, okay, well, this is how I deal with a thing, but I feel like with streaming, like... I guess with streaming it's different, because at work, like, more of the people I work with, like, we're kind of all, like, it's the same career, so, they're going through things that I went through before. With streamers, like, everybody's so different that I hate saying, like, well, this is how I deal with it, when, like, another streamer, like, their thing and what they're trying to accomplish might be this is just crazy, might be, like, completely different. So, because I was gonna say, like free, is that the end of the track? So, like, for you, like, having a block with streaming, so what I do is I had a whole thing about how I approached this before I even started streaming, but, like, for me, I have this thing that I do to decide what I'm gaming next, because, like, I never, like, stay on one game to completion. I always kind of do this rotation, where, I get on a game, and I play it for a little bit, and I get off, and I go to the next thing. So I have a whole thing about how I approach that, and largely, that's what I do. I do the exact same thing for streaming. So it's never, like, I never think about what am I going to stream. I think about what am I going to game, and then I have, like, a certain frequency with which I stream, and that overlays on top of, like, my gaming plan. But like I said, I know everybody's different, so... Alright, I like that outfit. customize the bike. But yeah, I feel like trying to decide what to stream is just like a really stressful thing, because you're like, it feels like it ratchets up that, like, well, I have to pick the right thing, because if the stream isn't successful, then it's, you know, potentially it's potentially because of what I picked to stream. So like I said, I'm going to decide tonight what I want to play next. I'm not even sure what that is right now. It's always interesting how these play sets come together when streaming's involved, because it, like, I feel like we've been talking, you know, to a lot of people about, like, a lot of streamers about, you know, do they keep their VODs, do they not keep their VODs? I always feel like I find it strange when I go to a streamer's channel and there's like no VODs there. Ooh! Oh my gosh! Oh man, that was so hilarious. Stephen says, I just I'm laughing so hard, man. Stephen says, no, that's my biggest issue. What the WTF? LMAO. He ate it hard. Yeah, that was pretty. It's just so unexpected, man. Like, it's like it just came out of nowhere. Like, well, the sad thing is, it's like I don't even know how that happened, so I don't know how to defend against it. I guess what I gotta do is, on one of these jumps, I need to low height jump it and not, like, max speed the jump. Except I don't know where it's coming up. Right there. Oh, I got it. Okay, here it is. Alright. What the Oh, so now I gotta avoid that, and... like, I seriously, like, I have to configure my clip button on the stream deck, like, tonight. I didn't think about it. I was messing with the stream deck this morning, and so I did configure a couple extra... that's some trash right there. Like, I made that fail whale gif and audio sound this morning. But I didn't, again, because my gameplay session yesterday was, like, okay, but it wasn't, like, come on, it wasn't spectacular. I just didn't think I would have gotten so many clippable things. This is a fun course if I were running it, like, efficiently. Ah, thanks so much, dude. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the clip. Yes, I don't know. Give it a try, and worst case scenario, it'll get caught by the mod bot, and then I should be able to go in and release it. Stop. So did it not allow it through? I don't think so. So that's weird. It didn't, the clip is published. Yeah, that's weird, because I didn't even get... I mean, I don't even have a thing that I can click on to, yeah, it's coming up as like 3 stars. I'll just, if the clip's published, the link should still work. Yeah, but I'm not even getting the thing to moderate what you're putting in. But it's cool. I will, if the link is published... See if it shows up in Manage Clips. Clips of my channel. Humiliation. That's weird. So it says... No. Okay. It's weird it doesn't tell me who created it. Hopefully that worked. Oh, it's in the FMG Clips channel. I think this is it. Yeah. Yeah, it shows up in my channel. It's just my default view shows clips that I've clipped. So I just had to switch it to just clips of my channel, and then it came through. Thanks so much, dude. I really appreciate that. I will grab that tonight and post that somewhere on social media. Thanks so much for helping me out, brother. Hey, so I'm going to step away again for 1 minute. Again, I'm just going to go let the dog in. That was epic. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. But like I said, I'm just running out to open the patio door and let him in. I'll be right back. So I'll put you guys on the BRB screen, but I'll be back in like less than 2 minutes. So it's kind of like Last Man Standing. I'm pretty sure that I'm faster than him in a straightaway. I want to say I gotta be, right? With all the upgrades. So what this really is a matter of is, can I beat him down this backside straight before we get, and hit my brakes early enough to safely enter turn 1. Oh, I took it too far. So he gave me the outside in move. Alright, so we're back. Like I said, we're going to be going probably about another 36 minutes, and then I'm going to take a break and grab some coffee. I do have to shut down this one app on my stream monitoring laptop because it pops messages up. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. But yeah, man, so you were saying, I just never know what to play. Yeah, that's tough. So it's almost like for you, like, I just don't know, so you go into Borderlands next. You've been playing some Parasite Eve. You play Overwatch. I know more than 5 faults. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like I wonder if what the freaky deaky speed! Get some speed! Oh, that's whew! I almost got clipped. Oh no 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 no! No, don't do that. Okay, let it go, let it go. No! Frack. No, don't do that! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, wait. Alright. Well, that's one way to do it. Oh, no, don't over-rotate. Speed. Man, I'm not even just like 2/3 through this. Oh, that's right. This is one that gives you a maximum number of faults, and I've almost exceeded it. I'm probably gonna have to replay this one. Yep. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and complete the run, so at least we will have recon. Come on, dude. We'll have recon the whole track. Catching too much. I don't know what's causing it to forward rotate like that. There we go. Rough. Oofta. Okay, but it cleared me through that segment, so... What the cray-cray? I'm all over the place with gaming, yeah. Now that's cool, dude. Oh, but it still gave me a bronze medal. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if there's some, like, helpful way to think about, like, what you're gonna, what you're gonna stream, if that's a thing that, causes you some stuff, Thanks so much for putting that clip in your Discord channel, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, but it's tough if, like, a big thing for you is, like, Overwatch. But like you mentioned, like with your schedule, I mean, you don't always know what's up, and then you don't always know if like Free Willy's going to be available. And then there's that rage quit factor. Okay, so the no more than 6 faults, that's a contract thing, which I think has to do more so with how much in-game currency I get paid, rather than whether or not I actually medal the event. Oh. Welcome, dude. I'm going to clean up the voice channels a bit and rework it. LOL with Counter-Strike. Oh, you mean in your Discord channel? In your Discord server? Very cool. Yeah, no, I noticed we have a lot of, like, voice channels and stuff. That's very cool. Okay. Flippin' A. Alright. Pushing down on the front wheel helped me get through that. Just over halfway through the course. Oh! Caught the face to. don't know how I got past that. I thought he was going to catch a face hook again. Now, this course is tough. Oh, no, don't over-rotate. Put the bike down. Alright, we almost got it. We almost got it. Does that make it? Ah! Boop. Alright, none too graceful, but it gets the job done. Yeah, the voice channels are all over the place. Says, what level are you in Destiny 2? So it depends on what platform I'm on. Quite honestly, I don't remember what level I'm at on Xbox and PlayStation. On PC, like level 37, maybe 38, so I'm just shy of 40. I'm not like some highfalutin like level 50. Just because, like, as you can tell, like, I don't spend a ton of time on any one game, and I don't grind it at the pace that others do. I did decide that Destiny 2 and The Division 2 are my two grind games for this year, but, like, this has been the first year that I've ever, like, specifically identified, like, grind games. Like, there are games that I go back to, but as far as, like programmatically deciding and like fixing in my rotation frequency, like no, these are two games that I'm constantly gonna go back to throughout the year. I've never done that before. I played a bunch of Destiny and Destiny 2 just because there would be like I would be doing my rotation or whatever, and then I'd be like, man, I'd really like to play Destiny right now, and so like if I was on that platform where I had it, then I just kept going back to Destiny. But even then, like I said, I didn't have, like, a metric in my head of, like, I need to play Destiny 2 with, like, this frequency, or The Division 2 with, like, this frequency. And I am doing that this year. Ooh! Yeah, a tough thing about this game is that bike took off really weird. That didn't even make sense to me from a physics standpoint. What? What was that? One big thing that I contend with... Oh, why did the bike over-rotate like that? Is, the bike is inherently, I don't want to say the bike is inherently, but the bike is constantly moving around to the point where, like, even just, like in level transit, there's always a chance that the bike is going to get upset at any second and, over-rotate full flock and... that the bike's going to over-rotate forward or backwards, so you're constantly, like, kind of counter... It's effectively the same as counter-steering is in a racing sim, of just constantly trying to keep the bike balanced. So what about you, man? What level are you on in Destiny 2? And what platforms do you play on? Level 33. Supermoto Damage Rhino Kit. What does that even mean? So first of all, let's go ahead and, yeah, I can buy one crate. Let's see. FM Gaming says, I forget what level on PS4 or PC. I'm not very high. Yeah, so what I do on PC, though, is I have my one high-level character that's a hunter. I've been trying to level other characters in each class, so I have a Titan and a Warlock. So I'm definitely okay running those lower-level characters. Particularly if what you need to do is to like get through the campaign and stuff, so I'm down for doing that. If you're trying to hook up some co-op. Now again, my problem is that normally during the week I can't get on before like 9:30. Monday and Saturday nights I'm able to get on earlier, but normally during the week I can't get on until 9:30. And 2 nights, Tuesday and Wednesday, when I have podcasts, I don't get free till like 10:30. So I put the pocket tee on. I have enough to buy a second gear crate. Let's open that sucker. Sticker, sticker, sticker. I hate it when that happens, but it is what it is. Sticker, sticker, sticker. Alright. I really just want to take the jacket off. Bikes. Rhino. That one I just randomized. Race. I'd be down to run through Destiny 2 campaign sometime. Friday night and Saturday are probably the best times for me at this point. Yeah, Saturday nights I can usually get on earlier. Friday nights, it's one of those nights I can't get on until 9:30. But if you're up those times, I should be able to hop on. Even though usually I try and do co-op on whatever platform I'm on, but Destiny is probably a game that even if I'm like currently gaming on PlayStation 4 or Xbox, I would probably make some time to play on PC. Almost completely missed that start. I actually like the feel of the weight of this body frame that I put on. Tires make him look like Ghost Rider. Caught a little fire. Boost. Oh, frag. I almost had a perfect rundown. What the heck was that? What is going on? Hold on there. Oh, hey, Cherry Jello. Thanks so much for the raid. Holy katakas. 23 people? Great. Scurvy. What's going on, everybody? Thanks so much for swinging by. I have never even seen or heard of such a thing. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I don't know what to say or do, quite honestly. I'm in a bit of shock. So thanks so much for swinging through. We are getting partially sweaty tonight with the little Trials Rising on Xbox. Thanks so much for everybody for joining, coming through. Just in time to see me gold medal, by the way. I appreciate all of you. Feel free to grab a nice cold beverage or a warm one and sit down and chill for a bit. Take a load off. Pop a squat on the virtual couch as we talk gamings and tech. So I don't know how we're going to do this. So I don't have, there's 23 of you, supposedly. I don't have enough soundboards for everybody. And I already gave FM Gaming the duck. So Cherry Jello, you can have, for your fairy tale niceness, you can have some cartoon birds here. And who else popped into chat? Hooligan, since you are a man of mystery, we will treat you accordingly. Who else has come through? Alright, well, as I see more people participate in the chat, I will give them their own individual soundboards to herald their arrival as well. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in. I appreciate each and every one of you. How's everybody doing tonight? So, Cherry Jello, you were just playing a little Super Mario Odyssey. Another grindy game, as this is. I was joking with FM Gaming earlier. I was talking about how everybody rants and raves about how, like, Destiny 2 is a grindy game and The Division 2 is a grindy game. Super Mario Odyssey, that's a grindy game. Trials Rising, that's a grindy game. I appreciate those other games for the things that they do. I love those games, but when I think about, like, just, like, going through, like, the soul-crushing trial and error. Yeah, Cherry Jello says, yep, sucking at it. But I love it. Yeah, I enjoy Super Mario Odyssey as well. I have not played as much of it, perhaps, as I should. I'm a little worried here because I'm not seeing anything unlocked. Now, right now, I have the map filter to only show me things that I have not meddled in. And this appears to be locked. Yeah, it's locked away to level 38. So, FM Gaming, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier, where now I was saying I was going to wait to go back to up metal some of these things. I think I'm at that point now where I can't hold off, do looping backwards. So let's go ahead and reveal everything on the map now. We're going to have to go back and start figuring out what we need to gold medal, which is going to be just flipping painful. I guess we'll start here. We'll ride the Rhino. Ride the Rhino! So thanks so much for that, Ray Cherry Jello. I do appreciate it. Hooligan says, what's up, FM Gaming? Just saw your greetings and salutations. I will apologize a little bit for everybody who's continued to hang out in the chat. One of the problems is this is kind of sort of a racing game or an event-driven game. So as a holy flock, as I am going through it, I won't be able to keep up with the chat while I'm actually in mode. But in between rounds and whenever I hit a break. Now, foolishly, what I did not do is I need to be objective-oriented and take a look at... take a look at what do I need to do exactly. To gold it. That's not what I need to do. I don't need to faceplant forward. So I can focus on what I need to do to gold. So right now, what I have to do is I gotta grind up to level 38 to unlock that last stadium event in the Asia circuit. Hi-de-ho! Here we go, here we go, here we go. Boop! Does that give me a gold? No, that does not give me anywhere near a gold. FM Gaming says, yeet, all good, Hooligan. Hooligan says, I do the same with Overwatch. Getting into the game makes it hard to watch the chat. Yeah, usually pretty much anything else I can, like, context shift and look over at the chat monitor, but with like a racing game, obviously you can't. I can't take my eyes off. Next one. Okay, so I gotta cut a 58.83. So I'm 9 seconds off the pace here. Let's see what we can do. I'm not sure exactly what I need to do to optimize speed through here. It may turn out that what I gotta do is go for some of the things that I have bronze medaled. I guess what I'm gonna try and do is just keep the rubber down. I wonder if I need to actually reduce the amount of air time that I spend to start picking up some time. One thing that I'll have to do is be super aggressive on the landings and actually get that throttle down just a split second before contacting the planks, which inherently makes the bike less stable, and so I tend to not like to do that, particularly when I'm in caution mode. Did we get it? Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Knock down 1 gold on the path to glory. So FM Gaming says Florida Gators. What did I miss? Was there? Oh, okay. I guess there was a joke about football earlier that I missed. Flipping A, so I still didn't win. That's a little frustrating too. But I got the gold, so I think that's the important thing. Knocked almost 2 seconds off my time. FM Gaming, one of the players had the name of Florida Gators. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, it's always tough when you choose a name on any kind of service that is like after another brand or team. It's kind of like, you know, it's fine if you want to name your kid Quick, but if that kid turns out to be slow, you've just given them a really tough childhood. So if you choose, you know, to name and brand yourself after a sports team, and then that sports team has a crappy year, then you kind of just giving yourself a tough life. So Cherry Jail, how did your stream go? As far as your gaming session, and then whether or not you just had some cool people in your stream, in your chat. And don't pay any attention to me if I'm slurring my speech. That's because my cognitive... What the fuck is he doing? How did I... That wasn't just me, right? He was, like, sitting forward on the handle, wasn't he? I don't know if he was. I don't know what the heck I did to do that. Oh, flirt. Now, one thing I can do to improve my times is I may just need to grind it until I can improve the bikes and get them to be a little faster. Oh! Nope, didn't get the gold. Like a fat guy named Tiger. Right, exactly. She's lurking, getting our boys ready for bed. Very cool. Yeah, no problem, Hooligan. Hooligan, and just I mean, you were in her stream, right? How did it go from your thoughts, perspective? So I got kind of 57-3. Give this another go. Come on, come on. Getting some fire on the tires. He's bucking. It's gonna work against my speed on the run. Just stayed hammered down on the throttle. No! That's 5 seconds of your time. I guess whenever I reset the bike, that causes me a time penalty. Flip. I'm gonna have to run this over again. I'm glad everyone tuned in for the grind show, because this is from here to level 38. It's just gonna be running and rerunning these events over and over again. Definitely did not get time there. So Hooligan says it went good. She gets flustered so fast it makes for a fun watch. Yeah, I can definitely feel that, because there's a lot of that going on here tonight. So once again, I need to hit a 57-3. Oh, very cool. Like I said, I do really appreciate you guys swinging through with the raid. That's actually my first raid, so I'm no longer a raid virgin. I've had that flippin' raid alert configured for like 3 months, and that's the first time it's gone off. So that's good. Finally got some use out of it. Alright. Here we go. Speed! I've been derping this. Alright, so he got through that without having to do a reset. Good air there, get your head down. Go, 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 go! Did I get it? Yes! Gold medal! Get out, really? We love you, Aga. Oh, yeah, yes, yes. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever been rated. Like I was talking to somebody in one of the Discord servers about, like, primetime streaming. The biggest one of my... Well, in addition to just the fact that... I don't know. I don't do... I don't know. There are things that I do that aren't inherently geared, well, that don't, I don't know how I want to say it, but you know, I don't play a single game, right? So I'm not somebody who's ever going to be like a super specialist in any one game and have that be a reason people want to stop through. I play a lot of different games, and I'm constantly kind of rotating. I was just telling FF Gaming before, you know, I tend not to loiter on any one game for any period of time. In fact, specifically, I kind of play like 4 sessions of a game, and then I move on, rotate to something else, sometimes on an entirely different platform. Don't adhere to the norm. You're an overall gamer. Yeah, right. So, yes, Hooligan, that's a good way to look at it. Well, and then I blog and podcast about games, so I kind of, for that stuff, I have to get through like a certain number. I have to get through as many of like the year's new releases as I can, just because that's the that's the content of like our podcast, right? So, you know, right before this I was playing F1 2019 because that game just came out at the end of June. It's reviewed really well with the gaming media. Oh, I'll listen to your podcast for sure. Oh, thanks so much, man. I think I post the links to it in Raven's Discord server once I have it edited. I can also give you the link to the YouTube channel if you ever want to tune in for the live show. But yeah, so like I just got done playing F1 2019 because that's a thing that I needed to play so we can have that conversation on the podcast. This game was a late February release from Ubisoft, so again I picked it up to play it so we can have that conversation on the podcast, and all of these things that culminate in our conversation at the end of the year when we do our most other podcasts and outlets obviously do Game of the Year kind of stuff. We do a thing called Gaming Superlatives, where, I mean, we play a lot of the new releases, but by the same token, we also don't have time to play all those games at completion because we have day jobs and stuff. So we do Gaming Superlatives, so we have these categories of things that are kind of like, if, you know, when you graduated from high school, you know, we create a set of categories for Gaming Superlatives, and then each co-host picks one for those categories, and then in that end of the year podcast, which usually takes like 2 episodes, like an hour and a half, they're an extended set. You know, we talk about all of them, and the only games that are eligible for those are really games that released that year, with the exception, I think we do one category that's like a retro or revisit or nostalgia category or something like that. So Hooligan says I'll check it out for sure. Yeah, man, I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm constantly going through. So again, I'm not necessarily playing a game that that a large number of people on Twitch might want to watch. Because again, I kind of use Twitch as kind of like my virtual studio. But also just for the social aspect, because while my primary intent is to create content that I push over to YouTube, I find more gamers to hang out with on Twitch. So, 3 front flips, finish with squid. So I haven't gold medaled this, right? That's a silver medal that I think is by his thing. Not entirely clear on what I need to do to gold medal this. But yeah, well, again, I appreciate that. And anybody else who wants to swing by and check out the podcast, for people who like to know about games, that's what we do on the podcast. And I think one of the things that we do that's different than again, I try and say these things without necessarily throwing shade at people. So, you know, most of the gaming podcasts that are around are mostly gaming journalists, and that's great. But most of them went to school to be journalists. The guys on our podcast are, you know, software developers or software engineers. One guy is an economist. So, you know, when we talk about that stuff, it's from the aspect of some other expertise, I think, than you normally get on other podcasts. So, and by the same token, it's also gated by, I think, more of a norm in terms of, like, we, you know, like I said, we work 9 to 5s. You know, we have other responsibilities. We don't solely play games, you know, for a living. And so I think that's a little more akin to the perspective that, you know, most people listening to the podcast would have. So I don't know, it's just something different to listen to, I feel like. So I didn't even check if I picked the squid for my bike. I think that's what I'm on. It may not have given me a choice at all. This thing. Urgh! Don't derp it! Ah, flippin' A. And that's another derp. May have to run this again to get the gold. We'll call this a reconnaissance lap for refamiliarization. Ah. It's not cutting it. We're almost done though. Ouch. Gotta lurk second, third children in there. Yeah, no doubt, man. By all means, you guys have certainly done above and beyond the Call of Duty by swinging through and hanging out. So, lurk to your heart's content. I do definitely appreciate it. Alright, so we got a... Oh, but I got a gear crate out of it. And at some point I also leveled up a level, which is good. So we only have 4 more levels to go before we can unlock that next progression event. So I thought I was grinding before. Oh, a retro helium light. Alright, so we'll get into the customization screen so we can equip some of the new bits and pieces that we've got. For Rider, I'll just randomize here. Alright, I like that. Now, one of the things I've been not frustrated with... Well, number one, I need to equip the squid. But I've noticed that... Oh, you have to purchase that to unlock it? 35 acorns or 10,000. But it is feasible for you to get crate drops that give you pieces for bikes that you haven't unlocked yet. So that... I say that's not cool, but of course when I get to the point where I do have that bike unlocked, I'll be happy that I already have some custom pieces to attach to it. But in the meantime, it's kind of like, ugh. A new sponsor unlocked, very cool. KTM. I'm trying to see now if it even gives me the option to pick a bike or if it automatically puts you in the squid. Okay, so it does automatically put you on the squid. Oh, and I flip it. Well, part of the reason I derped the content is I didn't realize. No. Blast it. It's 3 front flips that I have to do. Well, and this is the thing I'm not thinking through, so... I don't know. I think that the medal is just based on time, so... I think I just gotta do the run for time. Ugh, flarkin' A. Yeah, counted that as a front flip. So with these events, I'm actually not certain if I just need to run these for time to get the gold, or... Because there is a separation in the game objectives. Nope, that's dumb. Obviously, I don't want to front flip into a vertical log. Let's get it. Stop with all the bucky. That's so hard to pull off, is tilting the up tire there. Alright, here we go with the first front flip. Ah! It's so hard not to over-rotate on the front flip. Let's start that over. Okay, we won't front flip here. Hold off on that. Yeah, you gotta start the count. Ah, no! Dummy! I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about that I needed to do a flip, but I went into a back flip instead. The hardest thing is picking and choosing the spots here. I get nervous and... Yeah. Forward flip it. Not good. I need the momentum from an earlier run. Alright, here we go. Nope. Alright, come on. Tighten it up! Alright, nope, don't. Just barely prevented. Knuckle dorking that up, but rolling away from the front flip midway through. No, don't. Come on. This is another thing that is... Ah, you gotta be kidding me! No, come on. Unfreaking believable. I actually have never seen that happen before. Well, you were... And then I started... you just need to start that over. What we got? FM Gaming says, I know one game I am going to stream is Black Mesa when Zen is completely done. So, is that the Half-Life mod built in the Source engine? FM Gaming? Is that one, I mean, was it in early access, but it just went, I don't know if it's come out of early access, but I thought that they just went to some, like, secondary stage of, access or development or something. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I always struggle with Half-Life because as good as a game as it is, again, you know, just talking about how I have to watch my game time conservation, right, is like... I always question, you know, anytime I want to... Because I've considered going back and revisiting that game, and I'm just like, but, you know... Do I have that time? cannot get that over rotation. Ooh. So FM Gaming, did you play... That's not a good decision. Did you play any of the other Half-Life mods, like Blue Shift or Opposing Force? So an interesting thing for me, as popular as Half-Life was, for some weird reason, I think it's because when I bought my first... Not my first. I guess my second... graphics card. So I think the first graphics card I bought was a Monster... It was a Diamond Monster 3D, which was actually like the Voodoo Banshee card, which I don't know if you remember the Voodoo Banshee, but the first Voodoo came out by 3DFX. It was a very popular card that used the Glide API for graphics acceleration. Then before the Voodoo 2, there was a mid-step, a halfway upgrade that was called the Voodoo Banshee. And I want to say the original Voodoo, like, only did 3D acceleration, so when you had the original Voodoo, you still had to have another card just to render your desktop. This thing is killing me. The Voodoo Banshee was the first Voodoo card that did both 3D and 2D. So that was my first GPU, and then I bought the Voodoo 2, which was the full upgrade. And I think when I bought the Banshee or the Voodoo 2, I think I got Half-Life Opposing Force as like a free pack-in game. So I wound up playing Half-Life Opposing Force before I actually played Half-Life. And so I've historically had this like different perspective on the story, because of course in Opposing Force you actually play the bad guys. You play the Marines who are trying to kill Gordon Freeman. But I think the story in that is... Fuck! Why? I don't know what... Like, I've played this track a few times before, and I've never had this issue where I'm doing the backflip and rotating backwards off that tilting gurney. It's just really weird that would happen tonight. Now, it may be because I've upgraded the squid now, and maybe the squid's faster, so maybe I'm getting more momentum there or something, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Getting really frustrated with this particular part of it. What the flock? Alright, we're almost through it. Except I haven't gotten my 3 damn front flips. Yeah. Horrible. Horrible. Ugh. FM Gaming Employee, oh my OMFG, the Voodoo Ice Rage still has this Voodoo 2. Really? Why would you? He's not. I mean, he's not still using it, right? Or Voodoo 2 or whatever the hell you spell it. Yeah, it was VOODOO. So, I mean, I don't think he's still using that. So the Voodoos, I mean, that whole age of GPUs, the Voodoo 2, the original Creative Labs Annihilator, Annihilator 3D, Annihilator 2, which were the first, are the first iteration of NVIDIA's GeForce cards. All those things ran on an old interface spec called AGP, the Advanced Graphics Processor, which preceded PCI Express. Actually, it was kind of funky. So the first GPUs ran in PCI, and then PCI was superseded by AGP, And AGP went through several iterations. AGP, AGP2X, AGP4X. I think the last iteration was AGP8X. Flarkin' A. And then we got PCI Express. Which, for me, I just never, like, at first I didn't buy into the promise of PCI Express, because I was like, what is different about this from original PCI? And actually, when AGP came along, it ran alongside PCI, so you would get motherboards that had AGP slots and PCI slots, and you could actually run an AGP GPU alongside a PCI GPU. Not at the same time, but frequently what you would do back in the day is, like I mentioned, you might have 2 GPUs in your box, one to handle your games, and then one... Because the way you used to have to do it, right, GPUs would not have... Okay, so there's your third front flip. If you can get through the end of this thing. Nice, completed the contract. Oh! Are you kidding me? I must be like 1 second short of the gold medal for this. LOL, nah, he doesn't use it anymore. But yeah, he has held on to every console graphics card he has owned. Yep, nope, I get that. Sometimes wish I'd done the same. But yeah, so way back in the day, the way you would run dual monitors on your PC setup, you know, GPUs today, they have multiple video outputs, but back in the day they didn't. They would typically have like a VGA port, or they might have multiple video outputs, but they couldn't drive 2 monitors. There's an additional like dual link technology or something that's in the current generation of GPUs that allows them to drive multiple monitors from a single card out of the multiple outputs. So in order to do dual monitors, what you used to actually have to do is have 2 graphics cards inside your box. So when we had AGP and PCI, what you could do is you could run an AGP GPU and a PCI GPU, and you could use the AGP GPU for gaming, and then just use that PCI GPU. Flark, I didn't do the front flip. And then just use the PCI GPU to drive the secondary monitor. And in fact, at one point, I had that's kind of a setup. I had Flark. I had like one of the Annihilators, either the Annihilator 2 or 3, and then I grabbed like a Steel Savage 3D or Savage Steel 3D graphics card as my secondary. But yeah, like now, like the fact that we have GPUs that can push multiple monitors out of one card now is so sweet, having lived through those times where that wasn't the case. Why is it not showing? Yeah, well, I've not passed it already. Alright. No! Ugh. Lucky. Very lucky. I don't know why... Oh, you know what? So I think... Yeah, so now that I've completed the contract, the front flip and using the squid goals don't even come up, so that's not even required. So now it's just about speed through the course to get the gold medal. So I don't need to worry about front flips at all. Just take it, take it, take it. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. I think, though, I'm leading all the ghosts here. Hopefully that's a... Well, I was for a little bit. No, I'm not. Yeah, this is not quite wanting to throw the controller at the monitor, at the TV, but it is getting close. Particularly when I can't cross the damn finish line some of these times. Ugh. Minute 20. Ooh, rough. So I was mentioning earlier in the stream that one of the things I'm contending with is that, fucking A, is, what to do about batteries in my Xbox controller. One of the things I didn't mention is, so one of the things I've done, in addition to ordering a new play and charge kit, is that, I went back and charged up my OG Xbox controller batteries. Wow. So that's what I'm using tonight. I put down the Xbox Design Labs custom controller that I had been using for the last several sessions, and popped one of the OG Xbox batteries into my Xbox One Scorpio controller, which I haven't used enough. Now that is performing well enough, as it has gotten me through all of this session without disconnecting or running out of juice, which is not what those third-party batteries have been doing. Like, the bike is getting, acting way less stable than it has the first 24 times that I've run this course tonight. Come on, man. Wow. We are in a hard bathtub right now, just not getting it done. So I also charged up, I think, one of my original Xbox One controllers that I bought when I got the console. So I charged up its OG batteries as well. Way behind right now. Alright, starting to catch these guys. They did a front flip right there for no good reason. Blast it! Ugh. I need to get a gold medal run out of this thing. I don't really understand how they're so much faster than me through these initial checkpoint gates. Ah, come on. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get this done. Now, this is definitely the aspect of the game that I don't like. And this is the way I originally started playing it, when I was insisting on getting gold for everything and getting a perfect run on everything from jump. And the game became a lot more fun. I don't know why it's bucking like that. The game became a lot more fun when I just was like, let me just get a bronze medal for every track and not worry about backtracking until I have to. Well, now we're at that stage where we have to. And I am definitely getting worn down by this stuff. This is where, like, things like some of the things that feel, like, unexplainable. You know, like when we were kids, we used to say, the game's cheating! That's what this feels like. Like I said, like, I don't know why that one section has, after, like, not causing me a problem for the initial runs, that one section has now seemingly become, like, unexplainably difficult. 104. Nowhere near the gold. Huh. So I gotta make some decisions here. I'm gonna keep plugging away at it, I guess. I feel like part of the problem might be that I need a spot of coffee. Okay, so one difference there is I maintained, kept my foot down on the throttle through that. Ugh. No. Unfortunately, just where I am with this thing, like, if I have to do a reset, it's giving me a 5-second penalty. I'm only going to get a gold for cutting like a 50-second time, so unfortunately it's driving me to have to just restart the whole course over again if I derp it midway through. This is frustrating as I'll get out. I think what I'm going to do is, if I don't nail it this run, I'm just going to go ahead and switch to a different track. Because this is getting to the point where I'm starting to overthink what I need to do. I'm just making dumb mistakes. Although dumb mistakes is definitely what I do. Okay. Yeah, no, we're gonna clap out of that. No, what is that? Come on. Okay, good. Backed out. Yes, I do want to exit the track. I know this is a little risky, because I suspect that people will want to pop off, but what I'm going to do... What is that? There's no way to back out? Okay, no, you can't. Alright, let's work. We're going to work some of these where I've gotten a bronze. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys on the BRB scene, and I'm going to run off and start a pot of coffee. And then I will be back. So hopefully I won't be gone more than 5 minutes. But if you guys want to hang out, I will definitely appreciate it. But if you guys got to get going and do something else, I understand that as well. I know sometimes people don't want to hang out when the streamer goes on a BRB. But like I said, I will get back as quickly as possible. So thanks so much for everybody who stuck around after Cherry Jello's raid. I do appreciate you. Cannot thank you enough. And like I said, I'm going to step away and get some coffee, and then I'll get back, and we will push on for about another 30 minutes or so. So it's kind of like Last Man Standing. I'm pretty sure that I've faster than him in a straightaway? I want to say I gotta be, right? With all the upgrades. So what this really is a matter of is, can I beat him down this backside straight before we get, and hit my brakes early enough to safely enter turn 1. Oh, I took it too far. So he gave me the outside in move. So Hooligan, are you done for the night, or are you taking a break and then going back to live streaming? So it was my first time, so I could get enough of. Come on. No. To get enough for trying to keep up with chat in the midst of this racing game. Oh, man. And I, for one, the more it keeps coming around and going, is this a straightaway? I need to catch up on chat. Come on, Smokey. Alright, I'm going to hit the pause on this real quick. It was my first time, so I could get 10 rounds before my team wasn't strong enough to keep up. Gotcha. He wasn't strong enough. So better team today overall? I know it seems like I've overheard you guys talking about kind of fluctuating team quality in a lot of those games as you progress more and more so through the progression model. So Hooligan says, my Wednesday streams are shorter than normal weekdays. My new schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 to 10 or 11. Wednesday is only 7 to 9. With weekends, I put in 8 to 12 hours of sleep. Gotcha. Team as the characters you buy as you go round and round. Okay. Well, I think that has me having redeemed myself for all the races in that championship where I was only able to place. You know. Oh boy. What is this thing doing? Oh, okay, it's waiting on me. Is that actually the event I'm supposed to do? I don't even really remember having paid attention to the chart. I know that's pretty sure that song is a how do I already have a gold medal in this race? And I'm going to wind up having to back out again because the whole purpose was like I said, I gotta check and make sure I have everything that I would need for this vehicle. Any good racing for PC? Any good racing games for PC you recommend? So all of the 8th generation let me go back and read your question. Any good racing games for PC you recommend? Yeah, so for the most part, anything that is first party that has dropped on Xbox, racing game wise, they would have theoretically. All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks so much for sticking around. I'm amazed. Again, and that's just motivating and emotionally uplifting that you guys all hung out while I went to grab coffee. I do appreciate that. Both those lurking and those who are actually in the chat, I do appreciate you. Hey, Google, start a 15-minute timer.
Sure, 15 minutes. Starting now.
Alright, so the coffee pot is brewing. I only have about 30 minutes left in the live stream, and I got the coffee pot because I gotta do some additional stuff afterwards. Let's let go of the OCD a little bit, obsessing over getting a gold on that one event, and you know, sometimes the whale eats you. Let's see if we can pull off a gold on this. See if we can figure out what's So this is one of the things that's like, I wish they just gave you like the time requirements for FM. Do you remember this from last night? Oh no! That was a hard fail. I need Pop-Tarts, LOL. Need Pop-Tarts, we were right. Alright, man. Yeah, go ahead and grab some. I wish I could get me some. I think I'm going to get myself some wheat and cheese crackers and a granola bar when I get off of here. So yeah, as crazy as some of the other courses that we've raced tonight have been, this one takes the cake. No, don't overdo it. What? Wasn't a crash. If I can get far enough, you guys haven't even seen like the really crazy part of the windmill yet. No! Ugh. Well, I was just saying tonight at the beginning of the stream how I needed to work on my Zen. This is gonna... Talk about rage quitting. This is gonna force me to work on some Zen right here. Okay, so... no. So, okay, part of the problem is the bike... This bike has been improved since I ran this course, and it's a skosh bit faster than it was. It's a little overpowering. Harder to control. So I mentioned earlier tonight that one of the reasons I wanted to stream for 3 hours or so is because I wanted this session to qualify in my episodic rubric as 2 sessions. That means I only have one more play session of this before I hit the switch over button and flip to something else. Because I enjoy this game, I appreciate it for what it is. I cannot play this game. Like I couldn't, yeah. I don't think I could take another like 2. I couldn't take another 2 nights of this being my main. Get through this tonight. Come on, man. I get through this tonight, and I'll do one more session in this tomorrow night, during tomorrow night's live stream, which will be after I tape this week's episode of the Enough to Keep Going podcast. And then I'll be flipping the script on Wednesday. Man, I don't know that we're going to get any more golds tonight. We may be doing nothing but putting in time. Which I feel like during the first half of tonight's session, FM Gaming says he's back. Thanks so much, brother, for hanging out. Coming back. Wish I could get me some of them Pop-Tarts. But I felt like during the first half of tonight's gaming session, like, actually, like, got productive things done. Since the raid showed up and we got firmly into grinding mode where I'm having to go back and replay things that I've bronzed or silvered and just try and get them to gold just to grind XP to get to level 38. Wow, that was a derp. Now I feel like I'm struggling to hit that productivity factor. So for me, when I live stream, there's like 3 things that I use as my markers of whether or not I'm happy. You know, one of those is social interaction and viewers, and unfortunately that doesn't happen for me that often. I shouldn't say that. What I'm happy about is when whenever people stop through who want to have a productive conversation, and that has happened the last few live streams. I had a guy stop by the other night who was working on his GED and then wanted to go to college to be an engineer, so I'm an engineer, so I had a chance to talk to him a little bit about that. So that was very cool. And then, of course, like I said, I spend a lot of time kind of studying the games industry, so anytime people want to come by to talk about games or PC technology or studio gear or any of the things that I kind of review and keep up with, that's always cool. So that's thing one. The second thing that determines whether or not I'm happy with the live stream is whether or not I got any progression done in the game that I'm playing, and that's in terms of like if it's a single player campaign or if it's a thing where I'm, you know, leveling like this is. And so, the fuck? That's like your fruit flies from last night, FM Gaming. Alright, I'm back. What specifically in engineering? So I am, it's a little tough. By trade, I'm, so I started off as a systems engineer, and so that's what I probably have more time in career-wise. By degree, I'm a software engineer, and if I had to, you know, what I put on paper and what I initially respond to people with, if people ask me to, like, self-identify as one type of engineer or another, I say I'm a software engineer. But it really depends on the project or the role. So right now I'm on a predominantly software engineering project. But I would probably say normally what I do is larger systems engineering projects that have both software and hardware. But from a degree aspect, I'm formally a software engineer. So if I were going to go, well, yeah. So, all right. Let's try and run this again. But yeah, but then the second piece is that game progression piece, you know, whether or not I feel like my time spent in a given game was actually productive. And largely this has been a productive night. I've gone from level what I think I was 27 when I started tonight, and we're gonna leave off at level like 33 or 34 or something. That's not a non-productive night. I feel like I'm definitely hitting a stall point with it though. Crazy! That windmill. That took me a while to figure out last night. No, you didn't have enough. Is that from Gaming says, nice, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Then the third piece that I usually use as my rubric to determine whether or not I'm satisfied with the evening's live stream is just the production quality and technical aspects of the live stream. You know, whether my gear worked, and that actually starts before the live stream. So very frequently, because I spend time like reviewing and testing live stream gear and studio gear, I have to do a lot of pre-production and pre-flight, and so my grading for my satisfaction level for a stream starts with that. I think I need to be revving the throttle when I'm mid-air, when I'm coming down on that part over the river. Come on. So part of that's, you know, around whether or not I get started on time, which almost never happens. It has improved a lot since I've started identifying some of my streaming gear as a high reliability gear. So it's the gear that 50% of the time I use to set up, full stop. Just like I don't even bother with some of the other equipment. I just go after like the high reliability stuff. Sometimes it is like the gear that I go to if I have a problem. Like in this streaming setup, I'd wanted to use frickin' A. What I'd really planned to use was my Logitech Brio 4K webcam. And for whatever reason, when I went and hooked it up, it just was not being detected by this streaming PC, so I went and grabbed my Logitech C930 webcam and used that instead, because again, it's one of those high reliability, like fallback pieces of gear that I grab. So yeah, that satisfaction with production quality starts with pre-flight and then continues on through the live stream. And I have had definitely some times where I've not been satisfied with the live stream. I've had some times where like my mic has been muted for too long, or I've screwed up like a Twitch configuration, like one of those like the guy who came through to talk to me about like going to get his engineering degree. The first night he came through, so some of the live streams I do sometimes are VR, and when I do VR live streams, because I'm underneath a VR visor and I can't see, and I don't on YouTube, when I do a VR live stream, I can actually just disable the chat entirely. Can't do that on Twitch, so what I do to compensate for it on Twitch is, there we go, there's the gold. What I do to compensate for it on Twitch is I set the chat to follower only and put like a 30-minute time limit on it. So I'm like, okay, if somebody swings by who's not a follower while I'm live streaming VR and they hang out for 30 minutes, that's probably like not a troll who wants to hang out and actually like leave a comment or something. So But when I restarted my Twitch channel, the first live streams I did were VR live streams. And so I had that follower-only chat turned on, and then I did like 2 VR live streams, and then since then I've been doing like conventional gaming live streams. That frickin' follower chat has been on the whole time. So like for the last 2 months, 6 weeks, something like that. So fortunately that viewer came by and let me know that follower chat was turned on. Obviously, those were live streams that I was not satisfied with the production quality of. So I'm sorry, I'm just checking to see if these are stream-related alerts that are coming in. Oh, no. Man, thanks so much, FM Gaming, for all the stuff you're putting out on Twitter, man. I really appreciate it tonight. This is actually, I do this thing because I've gotten frustrated at some points of I'm not on social media every day, and I do that for my own kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, my own, I hate to call it mental health, but, you know, managing my temper or whatever. So, today is the day that I'm not on Twitter, so it's definitely a huge help that you've been putting that stuff out there and getting the word out for me. I definitely appreciate you, man. I'm looking forward to you getting on the box and me being able to tune in and support you on your live streams this week as well. Somebody shooting arrows on the course? Oh, yeah, that is an archery course in the background. Hey, Google. Stop. Ah, derp. So, we need to get a reconnaissance run in here. Maybe before I actually am able to go for the gold. Frickin' A. So what I'll do is, I'll try and get some eyes on this course. And then, go grab my coffee, and then I'll be back. The sucker. Oh, yeah, all these courses are A, rough, and B, just crazy AF. Talked earlier tonight about how this game is really just a big physics puzzle. You know, each race being something that's, you know, a puzzle game is typically a series of static puzzles. This is a series of dynamic puzzles where, you know, you're trying to figure out how to get through in real time and while everything's in motion. So FM Gaming says, haha, I stayed in my just chatting scene for like an hour and 30 minutes during one of my streams. Yeah, I have sometimes come back and like started talking and then realized I'm in the BRB screen and like people can't actually see the game that I'm playing. And then FM Gaming says, LOL, no problem, man, you're welcome. Thanks, dude, and you're welcome. We gotta get Savvy in on this as well. LOL, WTF. That damn chandelier, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. We talked a lot tonight about schedules and whatnot. Like my problem with Savvy is she goes live like when I'm still at work, and then she's done but before I get home and get done with dinner and get down into the studio. So it's hard to catch up with her. All right, so I'm going to step away for one more minute and go grab my coffee. Again, I only have about 10 or 15 minutes more left in the live stream, so all you guys who have continued to hang out while I went and got the coffee started, and this whole time, I definitely appreciate you. I can't express that enough. I'm going to put you guys on the BRB scene for one more time, and then go grab that coffee, and then I'll be right back down. So, again, hopefully I'll be back down in like 2 or 3 minutes. So it's kind of like Last Man Standing. I'm pretty sure that I'm faster than him in a straightaway. I want to say I gotta be, right? With all the upgrades. So what this really is a matter of is, can I beat him down this backside straight before we get, and hit my brakes early enough to safely enter turn one. Oh, I took it too far. So he gave me the outside in move. So Hooligan, are you done for the night, or are you taking a break and then going back to live streaming? So it was my first time, so I could get enough of. Come on, no. To get enough for trying to keep up with chat in the midst of this racing game. Oh, man. And I, for one, the morning keeps coming around and going, is this a straightaway? I need to catch up on chat. Come on, Smokey. Alright, I'm going to hit the pause on this real quick. It was my first time, so I could get 10 rounds before my team wasn't strong enough to keep up. Gotcha. He wasn't strong enough. So better team today overall? I know it seems like I've overheard you guys talking about kind of fluctuating team quality in a lot of those games as you progress more and more so through the progression model. So Hooligan says, my Wednesday streams are shorter than normal weekdays. My new schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 to 10 or 11. Wednesday is only 7. Alright, FM Giving 134. Hey, I think I tried to make you a mod in the channel, so maybe that will allow you to drop some of those links. If that doesn't work, let me know. Or if the button that I hit, I hope the button that I hit didn't actually do anything negative to you in the channel. Again, I'm not a big streamer, so I just haven't had mods or people who needed to drop links or anything like that, so this is somewhat new territory for me. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a little sword. So I think now you can drop links. I was trying to give you a shout out so that people would know about you, so that they could go follow your channel. And maybe Hooligan and Cherry Jello as well. So if you want to drop links for yourself and Cherry Jello and Hooligan in the chat, feel free to do so. I gotta go to Moobot and configure shout outs, I guess. Contacts are getting a little sticky here at the end of the night. So I did not get the gold, so we'll restart that. I think Cherry Jello follows me. Okay, alright, cool. Yeah, but if, well, yeah, and I guess anybody who came here from the raid already follows her. But, you know, I don't know, in case maybe there's people in the chat who didn't come over from her raid. It's up to you, Ben. But I definitely drop your link in there so people can follow you. And like I said, maybe Hooligan as well. So while we're wrapping up tonight, we can go ahead and talk about the tech that's being used to render the live stream tonight. It's usually something that I go through either at the beginning of the live stream or midway through. Freaking A. So I am playing on the Xbox One Scorpio tonight. My Scorpio launch window unit. There's quite a tale behind that. I'll have to tell you guys about that someday. All the flopping around I had to do to get a unit on launch day. And all the shenanigans that I had to go through with Amazon and UPS. I think at one point then I had like 3 of them. Because one didn't get delivered on time. And then Amazon like immediately sent a replacement. And in the meantime I had gone to Best Buy and gotten another one. Because amazingly, Best Buy still had Xbox One Scorpios that had not, they had more in than just the ones that people picked up for pre-order. This section here is rough, Cherry Jello. Hey, thanks so much for dropping those links, man. I really do appreciate it. And as I mentioned, I'm currently trying to triage what exactly, which batteries for my Xbox controllers are good batteries. So I'm currently playing with the Xbox One Scorpio controller. And then you got yours in there. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate that. For live stream equipment tonight, what I am using is I'm using the Elgato HD60S USB 3.0 capture card, capable of capturing at 1080p and 60 frames per second. Dude, I'd really like the rest of the night to not be me flocking A, just constantly failing. Certainly not my finest hour. Thanks so much, man. For a webcam tonight, I'm using the Logitech C930 webcam. What? I think what I may want to do, because this really has to be about doing my absolute best on some of these courses. I think I need to go through and change out bikes. We'll see what we can get done on this run. For a microphone tonight, I am using the Samson G-Track. Yeah, we need to let's go through and change out bikes. So I only have so much time left to make any more remaining progression. So tonight I'm using the Samson G-Track Pro with a pop filter. Let's man up the Rhino. And then for listening to the in-game audio myself and actually getting the in-game audio over to the live stream, I am using the Go XLR mixer. And what I'm doing to get in-game audio into... What the heck was that? What I'm doing to get in-game audio into that, actually, is I'm coming out of the back of the Xbox with the optical output from the Xbox. So ridiculous. And then what you can do with the Go XLR mixer is you can take any of the inputs that you send over and reroute them internally. So what I'm doing is, like I said, I'm bringing in that optical input from the Xbox One X and then routing it over to the streaming PC over the Go XLR mixer's USB connection. Ugh. Now, the other thing that I'm doing with the Go XLR mixer, which is what makes it a good piece of kit to use, is I can also route that audio in multiple directions. So it's what you call a dual channelized mixer, which means basically that's two main mix outputs, or a main mix and a secondary mix binding channel. So I'm able to take that optical input from the Xbox One X and send it both to the streaming PC over USB, and also send it to the headphone output that's on the back panel of the mixer. It's horrible. Now the other cool thing that I'm able to do with it is I am able to... Most mixers, that USB... usually can't use that USB connection both ways. But with the Go XLR mixer you can, and so I'm actually able to bring in the desktop audio from the streaming PC, which is how I can hear the alerts coming from my overlays for like the raid when it went off and new followers and stuff like that. I almost had it, but I forgot when this thing starts swinging forward and it gives you some backwards momentum. I had it together until this last third of the blasted track. So frustrating. Great. Welcome, FM Gaming says, I'll most likely be streaming in the morning and just going to go at it for as long as possible. Good deal, man. I wish you the best of luck. Unfortunately, well, it depends on what time you get started, but I probably won't be able to catch it because I gotta go to work myself. But if I see your announcement on Twitter, I will definitely retweet that out for you and do what I can to help out get the word out. Oh, so we'll do a restart. It's really hard for me to... I should have it memorized by now, but I don't. So it's really hard coming out of that 360-degree corkscrew into the follow-on landing, exactly how that thing is set up. Don't get pancaked! That get it? Did that get it? Yeah! There we go with the gold. LOL, I know you'll be at work. Neat. Thanks so much, dude. Yeah, man, I hope you were able to settle down on what a good pick will be to live stream tomorrow morning. Alright, we're going to keep going for a few more minutes here. Just grinding myself to dirt, trying to get through this. I'll probably do Parasite Eve 2. Honestly, very cool, man. Yeah, it's a good story-based game. Plenty of surprises, and should be a good experience watching you kind of trying to figure out some of the deeper mysteries in that. No more than 6 faults. So some other bits and pieces that I'm using for the live stream tonight, as I'm using Elgato Stream Deck. That's how I've been able to mute the mic and switch scenes without having to actually walk around to the streaming PC. It's how I've been able to launch my fail whale GIF here. Oh, the nightmare. Okay. Shouldn't have realistically been able to hold on to that for as long as I did. Oh! I forgot that that worked that way. It's also how I've been able to, launch those soundboards. And then for lighting tonight, I'm using one of my standing umbrella studio lamps, and then Flarkday, and then also using one of my mini box lamp LEDs for studio lighting. All the streaming gear that we talked about before is running over to the streaming PC, which is my, actually my secondary gaming PC is what I'm using tonight for live streaming. It is powered by an AMD Ryzen 5 1600X with 24 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Don't you derp it. This is, wow. So this is the craziness here. You gotta get off before that mine car comes by. And the first time that that happened to me, I was completely caught off guard by that thing. Okay, that's just uncalled for. Gonna have to use this as a reconnaissance lap to get through. Track is just evil. Ugh, come on. Wow. Come on. I'm gonna try and forward flip it just to give myself some forward momentum to... This is so ridiculous. There's your finish line. Contract complete. Well, at least there's some progression there. I gotta cut a better time, though. Like, one of my criticisms of this game, what they really need to do is on this screen and on the entry screen, they just need to put what the medal times are for all the medals. Like, right now, like, the only way I can see what I need to cut to get a silver medal is when I don't meet the silver, and then it tells me what I need to. And the only way I can tell gold is when I fall short of the gold medal time required. And they'll put it up at the end. It's one of the things I don't like. That PC, great. Also has in it an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 Founders Edition card. I think this is the machine with the Founders Edition card in it. And I do use my GPUs for transcoding the live streams. Again, you can use CPU or GPU. I tend to just prefer using my GPU. Figure the CPU is already running and doing stuff whenever I'm live streaming, regardless. So you may as well let. Holy cow! I didn't realize he was. I thought certain that that was a crash. No. Well, I should have wrecked several times before on this run. Trying to get the gold on this thing. This is definitely not it. This might be a silver, though. Pop it! Yeah, that's silver. Okay. Alright. Not sure how close we are to level 35. Alright, I'm going to try. I think what I'm going to do to round out tonight is I'll just try and get the gold on this. And then that'll pretty much do it for the night. I say that, but all depends on how many restarts I have to do on this thing. Over rotation on the landing. Maybe what I need to try and do is get the wheel up a little bit. Then he over rotates backwards. Some of the precision required to optimize some of your performance in some of these routes is just ridiculous. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Xbox controller, but I feel like Trials Rising sometimes asks too much of the controller. Come on, get up! No, 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 no. Lucky you didn't over-rotate backwards. Block! No, I knew there was no way I was going to hold on to that. Okay, so you caught top deck on this one. That makes this whole section easier when you can get... Oh, come on, man. That was such a great opportunity for you to flub it like that. Great Scott, dude. Ugh. Come on. So I'll be live streaming again tomorrow night, and then I am supposed to be off, I guess, Wednesday night. Then I'll be on again Thursday and Friday. Nope, that is not what we do. Like I said, from here, I haven't figured out what I'm gaming on next, but I'll be working that out after tonight's live stream, so I should definitely be ready to talk about that tomorrow night. FM Gaming still killing it with the clips. Thanks so much, man. Although I think all your clips tonight have been of me embarrassing myself. I'm getting smashed. No, don't. Come on. Try a somersault. Give me plenty of knucklehead situations to show myself in on Twitter, though. I do appreciate that. Oh. No. Hardest part on this thing is getting that bucking to stop. Okay, now. No! See ya! This is also so much a game of flow. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of like a. It's a little bit like the game of flow that sticks out in my mind more than anything is Mirror's Edge, where like games entirely dependent upon you just like smoothly transitioning from move to move, and whenever you get an interruption in that, like the whole the whole experience is kind of ruined. You know, until you recover from that, kind of jolts you out of the immersion. This is a game that is also very much a flow, where if you don't maintain that momentum and fluidity through a course, it's just ruined. Hold on, sorry. Dude, the first clip was great. Well, I guess more of the front flip or whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah. Alright, so let's start this over again. Okay, so now we're starting to run up against the limit of my ability to maintain clarity of vision, as my contacts, which have probably been in my eyes for the better part of 18 hours, are starting to get a little worn down. Come on, don't do that. Oh, high ground. Alright. Get it together and stop the bucket. I'm just gonna coast this down. Don't know if I should have gone aerial there. No! Flock! That was such a good run. So OP, and then I flubbed it on that frickin' jump platform. Go, 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 go! That's not gonna be... It's gonna be good for the silver, but not for the gold. Now at least it'll tell me what the flock I have to do to get a gold. 128,892. Let's see, whatever the hell you want to call it. Alright, man, I'm gonna head off, dude. I can't find the sleep any longer. Damn, wait, you wear contacts and prescription glasses. No, these are, these are kind of like shooting glasses. FM Gaming 134. Have their glasses that I wear to effect the effect of glare, because I spend all day staring at a computer screen and then come home and play video games and stare at a computer screen. So,
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
these are not gunners. No, I do have a pair of gunners. I have found since buying my pair of gunners, I've found that there are glasses that are just as good, that are way less expensive. And so I actually prefer these over my gunners. But yeah, they're a similar product. You are firework. Okay, well at least I got that contract done. I'm still chasing that gold. I guess. Oh, so this. No, that is. No, it's this one. No, wait. What am I? I'm lost now. Yeah, that's next. Okay, that's the one that's silver. No, I don't want to do 5 front flips. I'm just, I'm not going to go for the contract right now. I just want to nail the time, which is going to be a tough nut to crack. Nice. FM Gaming says, hell, that's what I need. But alright, man, I'm off here. Dude, gonna get some. Alright, bro. Thanks so much for hanging out, man, and for doing all those clips and modding. I really appreciate it. I cannot express my gratitude to you enough. Especially staying up this late when you plan on streaming early yourself. So for any of you guys who are in the chat who are willing to give a follow and support my man, FM Gaming 134, please do so. We were talking earlier tonight, and he's trying to maintain that motivation right now. Oh, fuck. So any support you can give him would be greatly appreciated. I think one of the things I'm starting to remember on this roller coaster track is you kind of have to feed the throttle in a bit slowly. It's kind of not all that appreciative of you jamming on the throttle right away. We'll play it that way for this one run and see how that goes. I was afraid I was going to hit my head on the damn upper platform. So I probably rocked back a bit too far. The number of times that I'm going to attempt this are definitely limited. Given how early I got started tonight, I was going to kind of try to not be up too late. I've pushed the stream a bit longer than I had originally planned. Okay, that was completely unplanned. But it worked itself out. No, come on. So hard. So hard. This is a soul-crushing game. Oh, no. So FM Gaming dropped his link. Says, night, y'all. No problem, man. You're welcome, dude. See you tomorrow, maybe. Dropped his link for those who want to follow. Like I said, I would appreciate it if anybody who can spare some support would do that for him. See y'all later, y'all. Yeet! Thanks a lot, brother. That brother is family right there, dude. What do I need to do here? I need to get out and restart it. So this is my kind of just one more turn going on right now. Just trying to nail this gold. I was pretty close, I think. Of course, this is after 4 nights of getting beat up trying to make times in Formula One. So I do have to say that's probably more brutal. Just in terms of that being a simulation. That is probably becoming the most crucial part of the track. Like, if I need to focus on, as difficult as the final section is, getting past that part at the midpoint is really what might be more challenging, or at least requires just more finesse. I really wish he would not ride the front of the handlebar on that. Yeah, when he gets on that back tire on these uphills on the roller coaster track, there's just no recovering from that. I think that's one of my other frustrating points, is that there's just, I feel like there's too many points of where you can pass the point of no recovery, if I said that correctly. Like, too often, like, in terms of the physics model, they get into positions and I'm like, I should at this point, like, be able to, like, rock back, like, sit back on the seat and, like, not tip the bike forward, but it, like, seems in, I don't know what the flock just happened there. No, don't. Alright, so I think what's going to wind up happening is I'm going to get this or not get this, but I'm still going to wrap up at a certain time. Like I said, I've already pushed it past however late I was going to play tonight, and now I'm flubbing it. Because for me to get that gold, it's going to literally require a textbook perfect run with no errors. And I just don't know if I can pull that off tonight. Come on, 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 come on! Is that it? Is that it? Yeah! Let's go to bed victorious. That's a wrap tonight. I'll be here all week. I'm out. Let's pull a Costanza, get the flock out of here. Thanks so much, everybody who happened to join in on the live stream tonight. I'm definitely not going to push it any further tonight. I'm going to call that a victory and the end to a great live stream and a good night, and get the heck out of here. Once again, my name has been Agasically Stamus, aka Game Logic, here on Twitch with another episode of the Replication Anecdotes. This has been episode number 429 in the My Gaming Diary series. The Replication Anecdotes are my sub-brand labeling that I use for any of my Let's Plays featuring me playing simulations or vehicle driving, piloting, racing, sailing games of any type. So thanks so much for joining in. I will be on again tomorrow night. It'll be fairly late when I get on tomorrow night after taping the next episode of the Enough to Keep Going podcast. That will be a Gamer's Experience episode or a GX episode. And you can find that over on the E2KG Network channel on YouTube. So until next time, happy hunting, take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. For everybody who happened to join in on tonight's live stream, I appreciate you. If you happen to be watching the archive version of this on YouTube, I appreciate you as well. Please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can just know whenever I'm going live on YouTube, when I do go live on YouTube, or whenever I post new content. So that's going to do it for me. Good night, good luck, and good gaming. I'm out of here.